Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is Aubrey, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today is, this is my fourth video this week. This is not typical for my channel, but today I really wanted to share with you guys my top 5 vendors. So for vendor wax. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 5, and then I have 3 honorable mentions that I really like. This video was so hard to do because there's so many vendors that I thoroughly enjoy, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna rally and I'm gonna pick my top 5. But there are 3 that I just couldn't keep them off the list. So before we get started, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some things that you might hear me talk about when I do my weekly home fragrance empties. And I usually talk about retail, Scentsy, and vendor wax. So before we get started on this, I want to kind of explain the 3 different types that I'm talking about. So for any of you that are new and are not familiar with these concepts, so retail wax, this is retail wax. So this is anything that you can buy through a retail shop, whether it's a storefront or online. So some examples of retail are going to be Kringle makes candles. They also make wax melts. Then you have Bath and Body Works, which does candles and like body products. You have other companies like Goose Creek. There's so many different retail vendors out there. So that's what I'm referring to when I'm talking about retail wax. Now, when I'm talking about Scentsy, so this is a Scentsy bar, and for me, Scentsy is in between retail and vendor. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Scentsy is something that it's not. Scentsy is definitely a multi-level marketing company. It's a very large company that has a ton of independent contractors. So I am considered a independent contractor. We're referred to as Scentsy consultants. We all have our individual websites where people can purchase Scentsy wax. Now, you can't purchase Scentsy wax in a retail environment. So, but it's also not like an individually owned company. So for me, I consider Scentsy in between retail and vendor wax. Now, vendor wax is a person or persons, like a couple, mother, daughter, husband, wife, where they are a small business owner. They make all of the wax themselves. They package all of the wax themselves, and then they ship it out to the customers. So when you're purchasing from a vendor, some of the things that you might see on their website, ready to ship, and you'll see pre-orders. And some vendors have stuff on their website all the time. So you can go into their website at any time and purchase wax, and then it just gets shipped right out to you. But a lot of vendors do pre-orders. So a pre-order is basically where they will list all of the different scents and sizes that they're offering. You go in, you place your order. Then once all the orders are received by the vendor, then the vendor will go in and make all that wax. They'll package it, and then they'll ship it out to the customers. Now, sometimes pre-orders take a little bit longer because the vendor is waiting for all the orders to come in. Then they figure out what they need to make, so they make it fresh, and then they ship it out to the customer. So sometimes you'll see 4 weeks, 6 weeks, sometimes up to 8 weeks before you're going to actually get your wax. Now, a lot of vendors will do what they call a ready to ship. So basically, after they do a pre-order, they will take anything that's left over from what they made and they'll put it up on their website. So then you can go onto the website, see what they have available, you place your order, and then it ships out to you right away. So when you see the word TAT on a website, that's basically the turnaround time. So when you're doing a pre-order, you're definitely going to see a TAT, which tells you how long you have to wait until your wax will arrive. Now, ready to ships, basically you place your order and then it's shipped out to you in a couple of days. So each person has a different preference. I prefer pre-orders. I like to be able to go through and look at all the scents, figure out what I want, and I'm okay with waiting 4, 6, 8 weeks for my wax to come to my home because I have a lot of wax. If you're someone that is wanting to get your wax a little bit quicker, then I would definitely look for vendors that have stuff on their website all the time. Or I would just wait for ready to ship, and then you can go on the website, see what they have available, and then it will get shipped out directly to you. So now let's get on with the top 5. So the first vendor that we're going to talk about is Athame Alchemy. And I really like Athame Alchemy. Their wax is very unique. The owner of Athame Alchemy does a really good job with her blends. She's very unique blends that you're not going to get from a lot of other vendors, and I appreciate that. But because she has unique blends, her selection on the website is not super extensive. I would say when she opens up, she probably has like 30, 40-ish scents to choose from. So it's not a super long list. And I'm okay with that because I get a little overwhelmed sometimes. It's kind of like going to a restaurant that has a menu that has 20 different pages on it because you're like, what do I order? And sometimes that can get a little overwhelming. So I do appreciate Athame Alchemy that her scent list is not super long. I like that she has unique blends that you can't get from other vendors. And I really, really like that she is environmentally conscious. So as you can see, this packaging that she puts her wax in, it's like a wax paper. And I really, really appreciate that. It's the little things that are gonna save our environment for our children down the road. Now there's one thing that for me, when I'm picking top vendors, I want to have wax that performs in any of my warmers. And unfortunately with Athame Alchemy, her wax does not perform really well in like smaller wattages. Like my Scentsy mini warmers, they're only like 15 watts, and her wax just doesn't get hot enough for this to throw very well. But 25 watt Scentsy warmers, hot plates, tea lights, her wax does phenomenal. And I have enough of the different types of warmers to be able to have her high on my list. But if you're someone that maybe only has like small wattage warmers, I might not purchase from Athame Alchemy because you're just not going to get the performance. But if you've got like 25 watt or hot plates or tea lights, you're going to get amazing performance from her wax. The other thing that I wanted to mention is if you place an order that's over $50, you get free shipping. And I think that that is phenomenal. Shipping costs have gotten so expensive that whenever you can get free shipping, it's so appreciated. Sorry about that. So, and it's not hard to place a $50 order for wax. So for me, I really appreciate the free shipping once you hit that $50 price point. So that is vendor number one in no particular order, Athame and Alchemy. The next vendor that we're going to talk about is the Pharmacist Daughter. So the Pharmacist Daughter is a vendor that last year I melted a ton of Pharmacist Daughter, and then I kind of put Pharmacist Daughter to the wayside because I had all these new vendors that I was trying to try out. And I circled back to the Pharmacist Daughter and realized I need to be melting more of the Pharmacist Daughter. I get amazing performance from the Pharmacist Daughter. The Pharmacist Daughter has really good blends. I think that they do bakery blends phenomenal. And the one thing that I wanted to mention, well, it's actually two things that I wanted to mention about the Pharmacist Daughter is, one, their wax performs in any warmer in my house. Like, there is not a single type of warmer in my home that the Pharmacist Daughter does not perform in. So if you're purchasing from the Pharmacist Daughter, no matter what type of warmer you have, you know you're going to get good performance. The other thing that I wanted to mention about the Pharmacist Daughter is the shelf life. So I have wax that's almost 3 years old, and I'm still getting amazing performance. So Pharmacist Daughter is high on my list. I really like wax that not only performs, but because I have a lot of wax, it's nice to know that if I don't get to it right away, it's still going to perform when I get around to it. The Pharmacist Daughter is a mother-daughter team, and when you place an order, you will get a card that basically tells you when the next pre-order or ready to ship is going to be, so that you can prepare yourself. Pharmacist Daughter does do free shipping once you reach $100. So, I mean, free shipping is free shipping, and I love when vendors do offer free shipping. Okay, the third vendor that we're going to talk about is Rose Girls. So Rose Girls is one of the first vendors that I kind of dipped my toes into when I was learning about vendor wax. And boy, am I glad I found Rose Girls. So Rose Girls, she does a lot. I want to say that she does pre-orders monthly. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like each month she's releasing scents and has them out on her website. Now, her wax is another one. She does offer a lot of scents. Sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, but I'm getting to the point with Rose Girls where I know the scents that I like. Now, her scents perform really well in my home. So this is like a cube, and some scents, I'm not kidding you guys, some of her scents, I can cut one of these squares in half and put one in each warmer, and the scent will go for 2, sometimes 3 days. I get phenomenal performance from Rose Girls. She does have a lot of offerings. She does, for me, the scents that I really, really enjoy from Rose Girls are her fresh scents. I think her fresh scents, they're really strong, and they tend to last like it has a longer shelf life. The one thing I have noticed with Rose Girls is bakery scent. She does a phenomenal job with bakery, but I feel like you have to use those scents up within a year. And with Rose Girls, she does offer free shipping once you hit $100 as well. And Rose Girls is another vendor where I can put this wax in any warmer in my house. Doesn't matter what type, low wattage, high wattage, and I always get performance. I've had a couple of duds from Rose Girls, but they're very far and few in between. So that was Rose Girls. The next one that we have on the list is Second & Spruce. Now, Second & Spruce is a newer vendor to me. I didn't start buying from Second & Spruce until last year. And I think it was last summer when I placed my first order with Second & Spruce. Now, Second & Spruce does have a pretty extensive scent list. So there's lots of scents that you can get from Second & Spruce. I'm sorry, I'm getting all my names confused here. Second & Spruce is, her wax is, and I don't think you're going to be able to tell from me just holding this up, but her wax is super soft. Like, it's literally like cutting butter, and it's so strong. And I have not come across a scent from Second & Spruce yet that I did not like. Like, everything that I've tried, everything that I've purchased myself, and everything that's been gifted to me has been amazing. And I get 2, sometimes 3 days in a warmer, and I love that about a vendor. If the wax lasts for a couple of days, I am like over the moon. I mean, basically, if I get a day's performance from vendor wax, I'm happy. But if I'm getting 2 and 3 days, then like I'm super ecstatic. Now, I don't know if Second & Spruce offers free shipping. You'll have to check out her website and see. She's actually doing a pre-order today. I believe it's the Wizard of Oz collection. It's quite a nice selection. I'm still on the fence about whether I'm placing an order or not. I still have a ton of Second & Spruce that I need to melt through, but I thoroughly enjoy her wax. And Second & Spruce is another vendor that performs in any type of warmer in my home. And you're going to hear that over and over again, because that is, for me, like one of the biggest reasons why a vendor made it on to my top 5, because I just want wax that performs in any vessel that I'm putting it in. So if I want to like melt it in the bedroom, I know that I can put it in a low wattage warmer that I have in my bedroom. If I want to do it out here in the living room, I can do it out here because I have higher wattage warmers out in the living room. So Second & Spruce, I highly recommend. Amazing scents. She does not offer stuff on her website all the time. She does pre-orders and ready to ships. So that's second in Spruce. And I need to hurry it along. Okay, so in my last top 5 is Britta's Creepy Treasures. Now, Britta's Creepy Treasures, one of my favorite holidays is Halloween. We go extensively out in our yard to decorate for all the kids for Halloween. And Britta's Creepy Treasures, I mean, based on the name, definitely has that creepy vibe. Like this piece of wax right here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's a Ouija board. Not that I play with Ouija boards, but I just like that Halloween spooky vibe. And most of her wax has that Halloween spooky vibe. And one of my favorite scents from Britta's Creepy Treasures is her patchouli. Her patchouli to me is very unique. It's different from most other vendors that I've tried, and I really like it. Britta is pretty much known for, like, all of her scents kind of lean foodie. Like, she doesn't do a lot of like fresh floral. Like, most of the scent offerings that she has are food type scents, and I'm here for it. So Britta's Creepy Treasures, I think she does, I don't think she does free shipping. She might do free shipping over $100. You'll have to check her website. I apologize. I know vendors are kind of changing if they're offering free shipping, if they're not offering free shipping, and I just have not been able to keep up with it because I'm kind of on a low buy right now. I'm not going to say no buy because I'm still buying wax, but it's a pretty low buy. So I'm not 100% sure, and I do apologize about that. But Britta's is another vendor. It performs in any type of vessel in my house, any type of warmer, low wattage, high wattage. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I really want to stress that because I know that not everybody out there has 100 warmers. There are people out there that are probably watching this video that only have 1 or 2. And if you only have a certain type of warmer, I want to make sure that if you decide to purchase from one of these vendors, that you're going to get performance. And I think it's very important to know what type of warmers to use for different vendors. So those are my top 5. Now, I have 3 honorable mentions, and I really wanted to showcase these 3 vendors because I do get really good performance, and I just didn't want to leave them out of the video. And this is my video, and so I'm just gonna do it. So the first one that is an honorable mention is Lavender and Speckles. Now, in my opinion, Lavender and Speckles is one of my favorite scents from Lavender and Speckles is apple. I think Lavender and Speckles does apple top notch. So as you can see, this is like a little bunt, and I typically can cut these in half and put them half in one warmer, and I get great performance. Lavender and Speckles typically will go all day for me. I haven't really had any scents from Lavender and Speckles that have gone longer than a day. And I feel like her wax does really well in higher wattage, not so well in a lower wattage. But apple is one of my favorite scents during like the fall season, and Lavender Speckles does it phenomenal. So I wanted to include Lavender Speckles in this video. The next vendor that is a honorable mention, and this is Kay's. So Kay's performs amazing in my house. Kay's is another vendor that typically does better in a higher wattage warmer. But the thing that I like about Kay's is she is one of those vendors that has stuff on her website all the time. So like if I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep, I can hop on Kay's website and pick what I want, and it's shipped to me, and I'll get it typically in 4 to 5 days. So for that reason, that is why I included Kay's, because so none of my vendors from top 5 have stuff on their website all the time. Kay's is one of the vendors that you can get wax all the time. But just keep in mind with Kay's, her wax does perform better in a higher wattage warmer. And then my last honorable mention, and then we'll end this video. And this is a newer vendor to me. I started purchasing, I want to say last year, and that is the Candle Nurse. I love the blue turquoise of her wax. Typically, so she recommends on her webpage to take just one of these pieces and pop it into your warmer. Oh, this one is Forgotten Cherry, and it's lovely. And most of the time I just pop one of these little pieces into a warmer, and it goes all day. Now in my bathrooms, I typically will cut one of these in half and put it in one of my mini warmers, and I get great performance from the Candle Nurse. One of the things I like about the Candle Nurse is she is also another vendor that does very unique blends. And I know that I've been following like a lot of videos. I haven't purchased from the Candle Nurse in a little while, but it sounds like she is another vendor that will always have stock on her website. So you can go on there and see what she has, and then get it shipped right out to you. And she has the most adorable packing tape. Like, you know when you get a package from the Candle Nurse, because it's this cute pink packing tape with strawberries all over it. So anytime I see that, I know that it's a Candle Nurse order. So those are my 3 honorable mentions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list all of these vendors' websites down in the description below so that you can go and check out, see if they have anything on their website. And if they don't have anything on their website, then I would definitely check out their Facebook page. I believe every single one of these vendors has a Facebook page. Some of them, like I know Athame Alchemy is on Instagram. So I will put all that information down below in the description so that you can go check out these vendors to see what they're offering. And I really hope that this video helps you if you're trying to decide what vendor to try, or if you're just looking for a new vendor to try out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I will definitely answer those for you. And that, my friends, is my last video of the week, hopefully. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.